Hey, we are live. Welcome everybody. Today we are going to be watching KT Rolster versus STX Seoul. And Ominous did say yesterday that he wanted to come on today. But, oh wait, no, he's online now. Okay, he wasn't actually online like 5 minutes ago. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Alright, we're going to pause this. We're going to get him in here. Alright. So that's actually perfect, because I started like a little bit late, and Ominous was a little bit late, so it all worked out. What's up, dude?
Oh, I'm sorry I'm late, man.
It's no problem, man. I just started the first VOD, because
Oh,
I just
really?
got home too, so yeah. So we're actually going to go do it again. Alright.
Sweet.
Yep. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Alright, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. And here we go again. For the sake of the YouTube viewers, welcome once again to KT Rolster versus STX Seoul. On the screen you can see Stats, who has decided to take a leaf out of the CJ book. Wait, a page out of the CJ book? What the hell is that expression?
I
It's
think
something
it's
like that anyway.
leaf. Seriously? Doesn't that grow on trees?
Yeah. Where did I get leaf from? There's definitely leaf in that idiom or that expression somewhere. I'm like 80% sure. You know what? Whatever. It's gonna be a PvP. It's gonna be on Neo Outlier. Stats versus Mini. We can figure out how English works later. Right now, I'm much more concerned about Brood War.
You are correct, sir. And this game is not as important as one we saw yesterday, considering the positioning in the rankings and such.
Indeed, indeed. Although there is one thing that matters though, which is for the past like 2 or 3 weeks, KT Rolster and Samsung Khan have been trading places in the #1 spot. Because in terms of individual games, KT has a better overall record. But like Khan always plays their matches ahead for some reason, so it's like every time Khan wins a match, they go up in the rankings, and then KT wins their match, and then it's like tied in the match score, and then the set score comes into play, so then they go ahead, and it's just like, yeah. So right now Khan is first, but if KT wins this, then they'll go back into first. It's the gist of it. Anyway, it looks like Stats is going to spawn as a blue Protoss here at the bottom left. Mini will be the brown Protoss of the 12, so let me just get that in the overlay here.
Many. Yeah, I haven't seen it. So much good things come out of him. How is his all-around stats? Did you saw that in the beginning of the VOD?
I think he was like, 3 and 4 PvP or something, or maybe that was overall. I think he was slightly below 50%, both overall and in PvP. And looks like there is a KT fan cheering for Flash, of course. Flash, otherwise known as God. Anyway, standard pylon in the main stuff. Mini. I'm trying to think of any interesting games he's played or PvPs he's played. I can't think of any. I think he tried. Did he like cannon rush somebody on chain reaction? I mean, it's quite probable that he did, because like half of the Protosses in Pro League have cannon rushed somebody on that map. But anyway, that lady was quite bored.
That was a really big yawn.
I remember actually he did proxy gate Piano on this map, in fact, and like Piano scouted it with his initial SCV after barracks, and then like still lost, which is really sad. I felt really ashamed to be Protoss at that point. But yeah. Anyway, I'm being reminded that Kiet says Mini versus Stork. What's Mini versus Stork? I don't remember that game. What happened? I assume Stork lost because Harm's teasing me about it. But yeah, just block that out of my memory.
That's sad.
Oh wait, no, I got it the wrong way around. I'm not even gonna read the chat anymore. I'm not even gonna read the chat. I gotta get my excuses out the way. I am not in tip-top casting shape today, guys. So yeah, expect lots of silliness. Maybe Ominous can rescue me when it gets too bad.
I don't think so, but I would do my best.
Hmm?
So, sell up first for both players. Slightly later for a minute, I think. Chasing that probe, he will never caught up, though.
Wait a minute. Did Mini proxygate Stork? Is that the one where Stork like almost died because he ran up the ramp to kill a pylon, but then he held off anyway? Was that Mini? I think they're actually talking about that game. Okay, whoo! Oh, good thing I remember that one game because that was actually quite a funny game. Anyway, I'm probably wrong, but whatever. I'm used to it. It's fine.
Is this map isn't going like straight Dragoons really good because the main is on the low ground?
You mean like skipping Zealot?
If you get control over the high ground and your opponent's ramp, there's like nothing he can do, right? Unless he sneaks a tunnel out which is an amazing River micro.
And it looks like Mini agrees with you on that one, so he's going for 3-gate Goon.
Good choice.
Yeah, I mean, most of the maps this season, except like Sniper Ridge and Ground Zero, seem to favor this kind of 3-gate Goon business because of all the, you know, exactly as you say with the reverse ramp. Taking control of the high ground's really strong, and also like Electric Circuit, which is a flat map, it's a similar deal. Anyway, we do have just a 2-gate Robo from Stats, and he looks like he's also building a pylon here to make sure there's no nonsense going on at his back minerals there. Pretty common for Protoss to just like try and trick a probe through the minerals to get a later scout off when there are Dragoons blocking.
Is it going for Reavers or just an Observer spawn?
Well, presumably he'll go Observer first just to be safe against DT Rush, and then hopefully follow up with the Reaver. I do feel like going for a Reaver play is quite strong on this map compared to just like, you know, DT expanding or builds like that, and it looks like, yeah, it is going to be Observers first. Just because, like, with all the back expansions, I feel, and of how the main base is like really long and stretched out, so there's like a lot of places you can elevator and stuff like that. It just seems to me to be a better map for like Reaver play compared to DT openings. Similarly with like 3 or 4-gate openings, they can be very strong because of the reverse ramp. And wait, hold that thought, we're gonna have a bit of a micro battle here. I think there were even forces, like 5 Goons and a Zealot apiece at the beginning there. Both players going to trade a few units, and Mini will back up here. But the thing is, even if you get contained at the top of your ramp, like, there are back expansions that you can expand to. So it's not like, you know, you're desperately trying to break out of contain. Which is why when Stork actually played against Mini and like almost threw away the game to try and not get cannon contained, I was a little bit surprised because, you know, you're not gonna be stuck on one base if you get contained in your main. So it doesn't seem to be as big a deal to me. Anyway, Sat's gonna mine out his back.
So if both mine out the backs, they have a connecting path, right? Between the bases? Or how is the map layout exactly?
Yeah, well, it's kind of like Outsiders, so they would have to both mine out the ones like towards each other, towards the top left.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, to get the path open. I don't think they would do that.
Would be.
Although it's quite interesting. I mean, when I played on this map, I was thinking, like, in PvP, obviously you wouldn't do that, but in, like, for example, like in PvZ, you can totally just mine out the one towards the Zerg if it gets to, like, the mid or late game. Because, like, all the paths back there are still quite narrow, so you'd be favored in an engagement anyway. But anyway, uh-oh, looks like the shuttle of Stats getting sniped here. Mini keeping his alive with one shot, but his also goes down. And Mini, I can't believe he's pressing the issue here. He just keeps attacking, but it's not working, and it looks like he's going to have to back up. He loses his Reaver. Stats manages to keep his Reaver with one shot left on it. And I don't know, I don't really understand what Mini's thinking here. I mean, see, he went for 3-gate against 2-gate obs, so in theory, he should have really been able to do that kind of aggression. So I think it's just like a combination of poor micro and just like it's poor micro, really. I mean, 3-gate against 2-gate.
Stats did lose his shuttle though, but those boosts he did take a lot of hits going in, sniping the shuttle, and then the shuttle of Mini had so less HP anyway, so it went down. And I think that Reaver keeping himself alive turned the tide of that battle pretty big.
Yeah, the more I think about this, the more I'm actually confused why Stats did not like suffer way more damage earlier. I really wasn't paying attention because it looked like they had equal numbers of Dragoons, but I mean, it was a 3-gate against a 2-gate OBS opening, so Mini should have. Mini had the quote-unquote build order advantage there. I'm not really sure why this game is in this position. But anyway, looks like Mini just gonna go fly into the main here, while Stats' Dragoons are away, and he's gonna get a nice shot lined up, or not really.
That was disappointing. But he did draw a few Dragoons back, and looks like he's going for the front once again, so doing a good job of spreading out the Stats' forces.
Yeah, good control by both players. There's a shield battery there to help that Reaver out, and I mean, the timer is running out here for Mini because Stats' expansion is up and running. Looks like Mini just going to go in here with his shuttle, and Reaver's got to be careful not to lose that. He's taking it down to the red health, but it does escape, although it's running dangerously close to the natural Dragoons though. Man, Mini being a little bit bold here, and then it looks like he's going in for the attack now. I think this is do or die for him. Now there's a second Reaver of Stats, but it's stuck below the ramp. Some weird pathing or something, maybe the ramp was blocked, but his second Reaver actually did not get up in time. That's actually terrible for Stats right now. He might have to sacrifice his natural because of that. If he had that second Reaver there, I'm pretty confident he could have held that, but as it stands, he has been pushed all the way back down to his main. Mini might still stand a chance in this game, although he does lose his shuttle. His Reaver is dangerously close to dying, but he is going to kill the Nexus of Stats. Oh man, horrible blunder by Stats.
Yeah, I'm not sure how this happened though, because Stats seemed to get ahead in every battle leading up to that point. But I guess just elevating that Reaver back and forth between the natural and the main just spreads Stats a little. Arm is a bit thin, and then he could push the issue. Now he has control of the high ground. This is a really hard position for Stats.
Yeah, now, the thing is, even though he lost the Nexus, he did... Oh my god, don't do that, Mini. Do not do not go down that ramp. Okay, whew. But yeah, even though he lost the natural, he was mining from it a little bit, so... Presumably, well... I mean, if you just look at the supply counts, right, Stats is still slightly ahead. So I think he's actually still fine, even though he lost his natural, just because of how inefficient Mini was being earlier on. And it looks like Stats is going to poke out a little bit with these Reavers, trying to get some free Dragoons. He's got to be very careful here, although Mini's Reaver there does not have a shuttle to help it out. If Stats can actually just take that guy out, that'd be really good, although it looks like the Dragoons are moving in. He's got to be so careful. The shuttle is going to get targeted, but no. It will be saved, and Mini's own shuttle comes back to help out as well. Does it not have a... Oh no, it did bring a second Reaver. Okay.
And Stats' patience right here is really worth something. He's doing a great job not trying to suicide off that ramp, just picking up one unit here and there and taking back the control of the game. I would probably have just run up and died like a noob. But I just love his patience, is my point.
Well, you see, Stats is actually showing exactly what I was talking about earlier. He's contained into his main, so he's just going to take the 6 o'clock expansion. Like, you know, it's a perfectly good expansion, and it's safe from any ground attacks. Although it looks like a probe's going to come here and see this. Is he going to build a pylon there to deny it? That would be quite funny. That would actually probably be a good move, in fact.
Yeah, he actually should do that.
Although it looks like
he's going for an attack with a shuttle and 2 Reavers. Neither of the players has shuttle speed, so these 2 Reavers can do a lot of damage.
Yeah, and it looks like there's just not enough stuff here, but a counterattack from Mini's speed shuttle going into the main base. Where is it? The Dragoon's coming back to defend. Oh man, he's got to run away now. There's way too many Dragoons here, but oh my god, great move by Mini here to pull a lot of Dragoons back and now try and break down the ramp, although it looks like it's not going to be enough, and oh my god, losing all of his probes. Mini was way too focused on the front. 20 kills between those Reavers. He has lost his entire economy. This is an all-in attack now for Mini, and there is no way it's going to work.
Desperate move from Mini.
Oh,
just ended it so quickly, and just as I said, neither player had speed. It seems like speed finished for both of them. But yeah, that was brutal.
GG for Mini. What a sloppy game, honestly. I mean, you know, Stats, he made that one big mistake with the Reaver. I mean, I don't even know if it's fair to say it was Stats' mistake. It's like he rallied the Robo up, and the Reaver didn't go because it was blocked, and Reavers are dumb. But definitely on Mini's part, so many, ugh, so many blunders.
Yeah, not the best game played, but hey, one up there for Stats. And looking at the names, I can't say I'm surprised.
Yeah, that's just an ugly PvP. That makes me sad as a Protoss. Anyway, let us go on to game number 2.
Let's do it.
Okay, you ready?